every breath feels soft and slow. When our shoulders brush and passing, it's more than just a little touch. I know you feel the same as me. We're trying not to feel too much. When you smile, the world stops moving, and I fall deeper every time. Come a little closer tonight. Let's stay right here between the touching mine, a spark is waking in the space. No words needed, we both know we're falling at the same slow pace. Your eyes are shining in the glow, calling out my name inside. Tonight it's only you and me, two hearts learning how to collide. Maybe we're still in the almost phase, but everything in me feels sure.
It's been so long since you walked away, but every dawn still feels the same. Your echo lingers in my chest. I try to sleep, but never rest.
365 days, I'm still counting every trace of you that never learned to fade, of love that time could not erase.
I hold the pieces of your name inside a heart that stays the same. I tell myself to let you go, but I don't know, I don't know.
365 nights I reach for you in fading light.
Even when I know you won't return, the memory still burns. I keep the promises we made, folded deep in all my days. Some nights I wish that you could hear the quiet of my tears. 365 days, I repeat it like a prayer. If love could bring you back again, you'd still be standing here. But seasons move and shadows fall, and I keep learning how to crawl without the warmth you used to bring to everything, to everything.
365 nights I whisper to the empty sky. If losing you is how I grow, then take it slow, take it slow.
365 days, still your ghost is in my veins. Even if I walk 1,000 miles, I carry you the same.
The sunlight still shines only on you, while I remain standing in the same place. The passing breeze carries only the trace of your scent. I never managed to say how I felt, and I wonder if you knew. The heart I left inside the cup of coffee had already grown cold that day. Why did we stop at almost something? If we had been a little closer, maybe our fingertips would have touched. Even now when I call your name, my heart drops with a heavy thump, and this foolish heart still cannot stop. I got used to calling us friends, and every day we drifted farther apart. Your smile always felt too sincere to me. The pieces of our memories left on the path we once walked shine so brightly. They make me close my eyes. Why did we let it end it almost? If we had shown a little more courage, maybe our hearts would have met. I was afraid of too many things. I didn't have the courage to take your hand, but now I realize I should have told you that I liked you. Why did we stop at almost something? If we had been a little closer, maybe our fingertips would have touched. Even now I think of you. Do you know, could we ever go back to the moment when we missed our chance? These days feel longer than they used to. Your shadow follows me in quiet ways. Every corner of this city still reminds me of the words I couldn't say. I wonder if you ever think of me when the night turns still and soft. Do you also feel that tiny ache, the one that never really stopped? I try to move forward without you, but every step feels halfway done. Like I'm walking with a missing piece that only fits with just one person. Maybe we were almost perfect. Maybe timing wasn't kind, but the part of me that loved you still refuses to fall behind. Even if we cannot return to the moment we lost our chance, I hope someday you'll remember how my heart trembled in your hands. And if the wind carries my name to wherever you are tonight, let it whisper gently for me that I never stopped holding you inside.
The winter ground was quiet and pale, and I was standing there alone, wondering how a single heart can freeze and still keep holding on. I used to hide my trembling hands, afraid of what the truth would show. But even in the coldest nights, a little warmth begins to grow. I thought that I had lost the way when every step felt out of place. But something soft inside the wind started calling out my name. Like a wild bloom finding light in a place where nothing should survive. I Though the seasons change, my heart remains quietly growing once again.
I carried shadows through the years, afraid they'd always follow me. But now I know there's something brave in choosing who we want to be. The bitter nights will fade away, and morning colors fill the sky. If fragile roots can find the sun and soak in every part of mine.
Like a wild blue finding light in a place where nothing should survive. I rise again, even if the world forgets that I'm alive. Like a wild bloom in the rain, I will open even through the pain. Though the seasons change, my heart remains
Quietly growing once again.
So if the darkness calls my name, I won't be frightened anymore.
'Cause even petals lost to wind will find a way to bloom once more.
Like a wild bloom finding light in a place where hope was hard to find. I rise again, and leave the frozen night behind. We used to walk the streets in evening light, hands intertwined, the world was warm and bright. Now the house is quiet, shadows fill the hall, but in my heart I still hear you call. You laughed at all the things I used to say, held my hands when skies were turning gray. I couldn't tell you then how much you meant to me. Now every memory is all I see. Oh, remember we were young at heart, we never thought we'd drift apart. But time keeps moving on, and love grows soft and slow. I hope you felt it all, more than I could show. We built a life from simple days and nights, shared our hopes beneath the kitchen lights. I didn't say I love you half as much as I should, but you knew my heart the way no one ever could. Now I drink my morning tea alone. Your favorite chair still feels like home. I whisper to the space where you once used to be, wishing time would bring you back to me. Oh, when we were young at heart, we didn't know how strong we were. Through every rise and fall, through every breath we shared, I hope you felt my I always wanted then. No more quiet love, no more words unsaid. I tell you everything inside my head. Oh, when we were young at heart, we learned what love was truly for. And even now you're gone, you're living in my soul. You were my only home, my forever heart of gold. When the night grows quiet like the sea, I still hear your voice inside of me. Every memory blooms like light and softly fills the endless night. I was chasing days that slipped away, holding on to words I couldn't say. But even when the world turns cold, your warmth remains and never grows old. If time could stop for just one breath, I'd choose the moment we first met. A fragile wish inside my chest still whispers that you were my best. I carry you through every dawn and melodies that linger on. No matter where the seasons go, a part of you is all I know. Even when the skies fall down and shadows try to pull me out, your name still lights a quiet flame, a gentle spark that stays the same. So if tomorrow fades again, I'll keep the place where we began. A story written in the dark, still shining like a beating And in the space where dreams collide, I feel you walking by my side. Though everything may drift apart, you stay forever in my heart. I opened my eyes to a world without you. The morning light was gentle, but it felt unkind. Your warmth had already left the sheets, like a story ending halfway through a line. I tried calling your name in the quiet air, but only the echo of yesterday answered back. The room remembered the way you laughed, yet everything sounded distant and cracked. I walked through the memory of our kitchen, cup still holding the shape of your hands. The coffee tasted wrong without your smile, as if the morning itself couldn't understand. I woke up to And the day was lying to me somehow, but the silence kept telling the same truth. You were gone long before now. If the wind ever carries my voice to your road, I hope it reminds you of softer days. Even if you walk far beyond my reach, my heart still follows in quiet ways. I woke up to goodbye, the kind that doesn't shout or break, just a gentle door closing behind you. A promise the morning could no longer make. And as the day slowly learned to breathe again, I realized love doesn't always end with tears. Sometimes it slips away like fading moonlight, leaving only the echoes of the So I stood there in the center of the sunrise, letting go of everything we were, because the morning had already spoken the truth, and I finally heard it first.
You live in happiness while I walk through the rain, pretending I'm fine, though I'm breaking again. I told you to go, said I'd let you be free, but letting you go is what's hurting me. I hope you smile in every dawn you see, even if those mornings are without me. I pray your world is filled with gentle light, while I learn how to make it through the night. You'll live in happiness, I'll stay behind, holding the pieces you left in my mind. If loving you means standing in your shadow's trace, then I'll keep the memories you'll never replace. You'll live in happiness, and I'll learn to breathe in this emptiness. I watched you choose a road I couldn't take, and every step you made caused my heart to shake. But if your dreams begin where mine must end, then losing you once means loving you again. Maybe someday you'll think of where we stood, back when everything felt fragile but good. If those moments reach you like an old refrain, know my love stayed soft through every pain. You'll live in happiness, I'll stay behind, holding the pieces you left in my mind. If loving you means standing in your shadow's trace, then I'll keep the memories you'll never replace. You'll live in happiness, to be. I'll simply say I'm glad you found your way, even if I'm not where your heart will stay. You live in happiness, that much I know, even if I'm left in feelings I can't show. And if goodbye means giving you the world to take, then I'll break quietly for your sake. You live in happiness, and I'll love you still in this loneliness. I close my eyes and breathe you in again, the way I used to when the nights were thin, when silence felt too heavy on my chest. I count to 3 and hope you'd come back then. 1 for the day I couldn't say your name, 2 for the tears I hid behind the rain, 3 for the moment I finally understood. Some loves don't fade, even when they should. So I count to 3, like a habit I can't break. Maybe I'm foolish, maybe it's my mistake, but every time the world feels too far away, I find you standing in the space where memories stay. So I count to 3, like a habit of loving you quietly.
Your shadow lingers where the light won't reach. Your voice is something every dream still keeps. Even when I tell myself to let you go, my heart repeats what my hands can't show. 1 for the smile I never learned to chase, 2 for the warmth that time refused to erase,
That time refused to erase.
you were the part of me
I still keep. So I count to 3, like a habit I can't break. Maybe I'm foolish, maybe it's my mistake, but every time the world feels too far away, I find you standing in the space where memories stay. So I count to 3, like a habit of loving you quietly.
If time returns to places we began,
I choose you gently,
over and over again.
and even if the night forgets your name, my heart will whisper it the same. So I count to 3, like a habit I can't break.
Even when daylight starts to fade,
If all I have are echoes that remain, I'll still count to 3. And love you just the same. I was fading in the quiet of the night, losing pieces of myself in every fight. But in the dark, your voice became my guide, a single light that kept my heart alive. I learned to breathe again because of you, a fragile hope that slowly pulled me through when every dream felt too heavy to survive. You were the reason I could stay alive. To stay alive, I held your name like fire, a quiet warmth beneath my deepest wire. When the world felt too cold for me to face, you were the heartbeat, steady in my pace. To stay alive, I reach for you again, and somehow love became my oxygen. There were days when everything grew thin, when losing felt like all I'd ever been. But even then, your shadow touched my hand and somehow whispered, just take one more stand. To stay alive, I held your name like fire, a quiet warmth beneath my deepest wire. When the world felt too cold for me to face, you were the heartbeat, steady in my pace. To stay alive, I reach for you again, and somehow love became my oxygen. If time should break the roads we used to know, if every light around us starts to go, I'll still remember how you saved my breath, how you pulled me back from fading into death. To stay alive, I choose your voice again, a gentle truth that never let me end. And if tomorrow falls heavy on my chest, I'll breathe once more because you loved me best.
If I ever said the things I hid inside, would it have changed the way you looked at life? If I ever let my trembling heart confess, would you have stayed a little more than this? I keep replaying moments in my mind, the ones where I was standing far behind, afraid that if I reach for you too soon, I lose the only light inside my room. If I ever said that you were all I needed in the quiet of my head, would you have turned around instead of walking on ahead? If I ever said the words that kept me breathing when my world was filled with dread, maybe you would have known the tears I never shed. shaking hands and told me so. If I ever let my fragile heart unfold, would you have stayed until the night turned gold? Oh, there were times I almost called your name, but silence felt like something I could claim. So many things I buried out of fear, and now they echo every time you're near. If I ever said that you were all I needed in the quiet of my head, would you have turned around instead of walking on ahead? If I ever said the words that kept me breathing when my world was filled with dread, maybe you would have known the tears I never shed. If tomorrow lets me meet your eyes again, I choose the path I never chose back then. No more hiding, no more fear to face. I tell you everything I failed to say. If I ever said the truth I kept from breaking through, the things I never said, maybe you would have stayed with me instead. If I ever said that loving you was something that I always did, and still I'd whisper now the words I didn't say. But feel
the closer I get, the farther you seem, like shadows that fade when I reach in my dreams. The more that I hold you, the more that I fear one day the warmth of you might disappear. I tried to hide the tremble in my voice, loved you so much I forgot I had a choice. And every time your eyes would turn away, my heart would learn a brand new way to break. As love grows, the heart knows that holding on gets harder every day, but I still stay in every way, because you're the one I never let fade. As love grows, I love you more than yesterday. I whispered your name into the quiet night, afraid that the truth will pull us out of sight. You never knew the battles in my chest, the fear of losing you with every breath. If loving you means learning how to fall, then let me fall a little more through it all. Even if the tears begin to show, you're worth the ache that only lovers know. As love grows, the heart knows that holding on gets harder every day, but I still stay in every way, because you're the one I never let fade. As love grows, I love you more than yesterday. Losing you was never in my plan. Still here I am, still reaching for your hand. I'd walk through every storm to love again. As love grows, I'd love you just the same again. The night unfolds in quiet shades of blue, and every breath reminds me once of you. A gentle light that never seemed to fade. You were the warmth in all the cold I made.
I never knew that love could feel this calm, like drifting snow that melts into my palm.
Even now your memory softly calls, and in the silence every echo falls. You were more than a moment, more than a dream passing through. In every heartbeat I'm holding a trace of the truth I knew. If time could carry me closer, back to the place we grew, I'd whisper again in the shadows, I never stop loving you.
The dawn returns and paints the sky in gold, but some stories stay even when they're old. Our quiet days, the laughter we once shared, they live in me, a love that's always there.
Though seasons change and people drift apart, some feelings stay like tattoos on the heart.
And even if the world forgets your name,
mine keeps calling softly all the same. You were more than a moment, more than a dream passing through. In every heartbeat I'm holding a trace of the truth I knew. If time could carry me closer, back to the place we grew, I'd whisper again in the shadows, I never stop loving you.
And if the wind brings back your silhouette, I'll stand where all our promises were said.
Maybe love was never meant to stay, but I still thank the night you came my way. Ooh, more than a moment, more than a dream passing through. Even the silence is glowing with pieces of me and you.
If time could bring us together,
Past all the skies we knew, I'd whisper again in the shadows, I never stopped loving you. sunlight falls on you like it always did, but I'm still standing where our heartbeat used to live. Why did the wind steal your scent and never bring it back? I'm holding on to echoes fading slowly into black. I pretend I'm fine, but you were more than a friend. Every moment we shared keeps looping again. Your smile was a truth my heart wasn't ready to face. Now I'm tracing all the memories time couldn't erase. Why did we stop where love almost began? If we just reached out, we could have touched again. I still whisper your name and it falls on my chest. A quiet thump reminding me I gave you my best. Even now I'm stuck in the space between loving you softly like a half-forgotten dream. The streets still hold the footsteps we left behind, fading in the sunlight but never in my mind. I wonder if you felt it too, the tremble in your breath, or maybe it was only me breaking in the end. Why did we stop where love almost began? If we just reached out, we could have touched again. I still whisper your name and it falls in my chest. A quiet thump reminding me I gave you my best. Even now I'm stuck in the space between loving you softly like a half-forgotten dream. I keep calling out to the night, hoping you hear all the words that I swallowed out of fear. If love was a moment, I wish we had stayed instead of letting every fragile thing fade. Still calling your name, still calling your name, still hoping the wind brings you back again. The more I try to walk away, the deeper it stays. Your shadow follows me through every passing day. If time heals everything, why do I still bleed? Why does every memory pull me back in a knee? Still calling your name, still calling your name, still standing right here where nothing's the same. If I call your name again, will the wind carry it near? Or will it fade like everything I wanted to hear? Still I'll stand in the place where our hearts once met, holding on to a love I can't forget. Still calling your name, still calling your name. I woke up knowing something quietly changed. The way the sunlight didn't feel the same. Your shadow faded from the corner of my mind, like someone whispering, it's time. I held your warmth a little too long, trying to turn our silence into a song. But even love can lose its way, even hearts can drift away. So here's a You were a chapter I learned to read, a soft ache I carried carefully. And though I loved you with all my life, this is my gentle kind of goodbye. I'm not the girl who breaks in the rain. I've learned to bloom in quiet pain. The truth is tender when it finally comes. Love doesn't end, it just becomes. I won't deny the way you shaped my days, or how your memory softly stays. But holding on too tightly hurts, so I set my heart free first. So here's a gentle kind of goodbye. No blame, no reason left to try. You were a light that once held me, a beautiful bittersweet memory. And though you linger in my nights, this is my gentle kind of goodbye. Someday our paths cross again. I hope we smile like distant friends. No regret, no tears to find. Just peace between your heart and mine. So here's my quiet final line. Loving you was worth the time, but for me to finally feel alive, I'm choosing this gentle goodbye. Goodbye. I see you walking through the city, headphones on, lost in your own little sky. You never know how long I watched you smile, pretending I'm fine, standing just a step behind. We talk like nothing's ever gonna change, laugh like we're not hiding anything. Still, every time you say my name, my chest pulls tight like a secret I can't keep. If I could tell you how I feel, maybe the world would shift a little. But I stay quiet, holding on to every second. We're stuck in the middle. Almost said yesterday, but the words slip back into my breath. You're the dream I keep awake for, but you never see me as more than a friend. You tell me stories about your day, and I nod like I'm okay with everything. But in my mind, I'm waiting for a sign, a tiny spark that says you're thinking of me too. You call me late just to hear my voice, and I wonder if I'm reading too much. I joke around, but my heart stutters when you laugh like I'm someone special. If I could tell you how I feel, like something more, but they don't hear the silence in my chest. They don't know the words I swallow just to keep our little world intact. If I could tell you how I feel, would it make you step closer too? Or would I watch you drift away, leaving me with the ghost of you? Almost told you in my dreams, but dreams don't stay when morning comes. So I keep loving you quietly, in the spaces where you never look. When you hug me before we part, I pretend it's nothing to my heart, but every heartbeat says your name, even when I try to push it away. Maybe someday you'll turn around, see me waiting in the quiet crowd, but until then I'll stay right here, close enough to feel you, too far to ever reach you. If I could tell you how I feel, maybe that would rewrite everything. But until courage finds my voice, I'll keep loving you from arm's length. Almost said it one last time, but the moment slipped like falling light. Still with every breath I take, you're the wish I whisper into the night. I tried deleting every memory, but you keep writing yourself in me. I wipe the traces from my phone, but somehow you're still in my bones. Every picture that I throw away comes back clearer the next day. I tell my heart to let you fade, but it keeps calling out your name. I can't erase you, no matter what I do. You stay like ink in the rain, running through every page. I can't replace you, even when I want to. You're the shadow I can't chase. Oh, the one thing I can't erase. I try to fill the space you left behind, but nothing fits the way you did inside. Every night I try to sleep it off, but your echo never switches off. Every moment I pretend I'm fine, your silhouette crosses the line. And though I know it's time to leave, you're the breath I still believe. I can't erase you, no matter what I do. You stay like ink in the rain, running through every page. I can't replace you, even when I want to. You're the shadow I can't chase. Oh, the one thing I can't erase. Maybe time will wash you slowly, maybe love was meant to break. But the more I try to lose you, the more of you I ache. I can't erase you, not after all we knew. You're the corner of my heart. I can't tear apart, I can't replace you, even when I try to. You're the memory I still face, the one you're somewhere else. You say it's just distracted, but your smile doesn't feel the same.
I try to laugh the way I did, but something in me's drifting slow. I wish I knew how to explain the part of me I can't control.
I still love you like day one, steady as a morning light. But you're fading like the colors in a photograph left outside. I know you're giving all you can, and that's what hurts me even more. Your heart keeps reaching out to mine, but mine's not where it was before.
We're holding on to something that's slipping through our fingers now. If love is still between us, why do we both feel worn down? I'm here, you're here, but somehow
There's a distance in our height, two hearts fading in the same light. I keep replaying what we had, trying to find what changed your tone. Your voice feels softer when you speak, like you're halfway walking home. I promise it's not that I don't care, it's just a feeling I can't hide. I'm scared to break the pieces of the life we built with time. If holding on is hurting you, tell me gently I'll survive. But losing you so silently is a different kind of goodbye. I wish my heart was stronger, strong enough to stay the same. You're everything I hope for, but love doesn't stay on command. Maybe love can change its shape and still belong to you and me. Maybe fading isn't losing, maybe it's learning how to breathe. If distance is a language, let's not walk away tonight. Even if we're changing, let's stay here in this fading light.
you sit across from me, eyes drifting to the floor, and I keep pretending nothing's changed anymore.
I joke around to keep the space from feeling cold, but the distance keeps on growing, taking hold.
You ask me if I'm tired, like it's just a busy day,
But the truth is I'm afraid of what my heart might say.
I try to smile the way I used to from the start,
But something's getting quieter inside my heart. Together we talk like everything is fine, but our voices never meet. We hold on like we still belong, yet we're scared of what we lose if we speak.
if love is still between us, why does silence feel so loud? We're standing close, but somehow we both feel far right now.
I memorize your breathing like a song I used to know. Wonder when your warmth began to fade so slow. I still reach for you even when you turn away, hoping that you'll turn back to me someday.
I see the way you're trying, and it breaks me even more.
'Cause you're loving me like always, but I'm not like before.
I wanna tell you everything, but don't know how.
Afraid the truth might end us here and now.
Together, we talk like everything is fine,
but the truth is underneath. We're holding hands but slipping in the spaces where we used to breathe.
if love is still around us, why does it hurt to say your name? We're losing warmth so slowly, yet our hearts still feel the same.
Letting go could bring you peace.
I try to set you free,
but loving you is something
time can't take away from me.
staying means we hurt again.
I don't know what to choose,
But even when I'm drifting, it's you I'm most afraid to lose. Together,
maybe we can find a way to talk without the fear, or maybe love can still remain even when the warmth disappears. If silence is our language, then let me hear your heart somehow. Cause even if we're changing, I still want us right now. I still want us right We sit across the table, and the silence feels a little strange. You smile, but it doesn't reach your eyes, like you're someplace I can't name. I reach for your hand slowly, but you pull away to fix your sleep. I tell myself it's nothing, but it's something I can feel beneath. My love hasn't changed, it's steady like the sunrise, but you're fading like a shadow, pulling back from morning light. I'm holding on to every moment as they slip right through your sight. Tell me, darling, when did the warmth turn into cold air between us? You still call me love out of habit, but your voice sounds miles away. You laugh at the things I say, but not in the way you used to yesterday. I memorize the shape of your face, afraid that someday it'll feel new. I tell you I'm fine with the distance, but all I want is to be close to you. Sometimes I look at old photos, trying to find where it all began. Your smile back then was overflowing. Now it feels like it's trapped in the past. I keep pretending it's nothing, that we're just tired, just worn out. But love shouldn't feel like guessing if your heart's still here or moving out. My love hasn't changed, it's steady even when you drift, but loving you feels heavier now.
like holding on to something lifting off. If you're leaving, tell me softly, so I can catch the pieces that fall. Even if we're losing the warmth, no, my heart never cooled at all. And if someday you remember us, the laughter, the promises, the light, I hope you know I loved you fully, even when you were slipping from my side. I woke up thinking about you again. It's silly, but I smile anyway. Your name is drifting through my mind like pastel clouds on a lazy day. I write a message, then erase it, pretending I'm not that into you. But every time you say good morning, my heartbeat colors the room. When you laugh at something I say, I feel my cheeks begin to glow. I try to act like I don't notice, but it's clearer than I want to show. You don't know how I rewind every word you drop my way. Your voice becomes my playlist on repeat throughout my day. So I keep drawing hearts on the air whenever you pass by, trying hard not to stare, but you're always on my mind. If love is slowly blooming, let it take its time. I'll meet it where it finds me, somewhere between your heart and mine. I save the photos that you send me, even if it's just your shoes. I don't know why the smallest things start feeling big with you. You asked me, did you eat today? And I melt a little inside. Your voice feels like a melody that settles warm in my mind. I practice things I wanna say, then lose the courage at the start. I try to hide the tiny spark that's growing brighter in my heart. So I keep drawing hearts on the air whenever you come near, trying hard not to care, though it's obvious I do, my dear. If feelings start unfolding, let them open slow. I think I'm falling softly, just thought you'd wanna
The wind is carrying your name again, soft as the night that we began. I close my eyes and you return, a quiet flame that still can burn. You slipped away like passing light. It stayed within the endless night. No matter how the seasons turn, your memory is what I learned.
just like echoes in the wind, you keep calling me again. Though you're far beyond my reach, you remain in everything.
Like a whisper on my skin, I still feel you wandering. All the moments we have been live as echoes in the wind.
I try to bury all the traces, walk through unfamiliar places, but even in a crowd so wide, I feel you standing by my side.
Time keeps pulling me along, but your shadow lingers strong. I tell myself to let you go, but some goodbyes are never told.
Just like echoes in the wind, you keep calling me again. Though you're far beyond my reach, you remain in everything. Like a whisper on my skin, I still feel you wandering. All the moments we have been live as echoes in the wind.
Maybe love was meant to fade, but yours is one that chose to stay. Every breath the night lets through leads me quietly back to you.
Just like echoes in the wind, blowing soft where we had been. Though the world forgets your name, my heart always feels the same. Like a memory without end, you return and break again. Every time the night begins, with your echoes in the wind. I was staring at a photograph of us, didn't know it would hit me this hard. Your smile frozen like a quiet promise, one that time could only tear apart. And I go, how did we end up here now? I thought I healed, I really did, but the memories never let me down. And I fall slow but deep every time your shadow wakes in me. Like colors bleeding off the page, your love fades yet stays the same. And I fall piece by piece. Looking closer at the picture edges, there's a warmth I can almost feel. Your hand wrapped around my shoulder, like the past pretending to be real. And I go, wow, did I really live without you somehow? I keep telling myself I'm fine, but the truth always pulls me down. And I fall slow but deep every time your shadow wakes in me. Like colors bleeding off the page, your love fades yet stays the same. And I fall just turning gray. Your face still takes my breath away, and I fall more and more, piece by piece. I thought that losing you would break me down, that tears would fall the moment you left town. But all I felt was a quiet sound, an empty room, a hollowed out ground. I waited for the ache to pull me in, for something warm to rise beneath my skin. But nothing came, no trembling breath, just silence sitting heavy on my chest. I couldn't cry this time, not even once, not for the memories, not for the months. Maybe my heart got tired of trying to bleed for a love that was slowly dying. And though I know this should hurt like goodbye, I couldn't cry this time. I walk the streets where we used to meet, expecting echoes underneath my feet. But even shadows refuse to stay, slipping away like they knew the way. I told myself that I'd fall apart, that I'd feel something break inside my heart. But all I felt was a quiet truth. Maybe I lost you long before I knew. I couldn't cry this time, not even once, not for the memories, not for the months. Maybe my heart got tired of trying to bleed for a love that was slowly dying. And though I know this should hurt like goodbye, I couldn't cry this Maybe tomorrow the tears will find me. Maybe the night will finally remind me of every word and every lie I buried deep so I could survive. But tonight I couldn't cry this time. Winter came earlier than I thought. Frost on the window, dust on the clock. I try to tell myself myself nothing has changed, but even my heartbeat feels rearranged. Your voice used to melt the cold in me, and now it just echoes so distantly. I stand beside you, but somehow I'm alone, walking with someone I no longer know. I don't feel the warmth anymore, not in your eyes, not like before. Even your smile doesn't reach my heart. It fades like breath in the winter dark. I wish I could love you like I did before, but I don't feel the warmth anymore. We talk like strangers on borrowed time. Words fall quiet between the lines. I try to hold on, but my fingers slip. The way snow melts on a trembling grip. Maybe it's safer to let this freeze, then watch us break piece by piece. If letting go means ending the pain, then maybe winter is mercy again. I don't feel the warmth anymore, not in your eyes, not like before. Even your smile doesn't reach my heart. It fades like breath in the winter dark. I wish I could love you like I did before, but I don't feel the warmth anymore. I said I'd let you go, but here I stay, running in circles I can't escape. Your name is written on every breath, a love I chase, a wound I kept. I try to hate you for what you've done, but even my anger comes undone. How can I blame you for breaking me when I kept giving you the best of me? I want you, yet I blame whisper reasons I should move on, but none of them hold when the night grows long. I reach for moments we left behind, pulling the memories back to life. You were the only truth I believed, even when loving you emptied me. I break apart in the silent hours, holding a heart that still calls you yours. I want you, yet I blame you for every dream that fell into, for every promise you let fade, for all the love I begged you to stay. If letting go is what I must do, then why do I still want you? Maybe someday my heart will learn not every love is meant to return, but until then I'm torn in two, half of me hating, half loving you. I want you, yet I blame you. That's the truth I can't undo. If losing you is what I go through, then loving you is what I still do. The night was quiet when you slipped away, leaving your shadow where your heart once stayed. I held the silence like a fragile thread, afraid to lose the words we never said. I searched the snowfall for a sign of you, a trace of warmth in the winter blue. Every breath I exhaled turned to white, calling your name into the frozen night. And I'll come back to you like winter's first light, through the coldest storm, through the longest night. Across every lifetime. I choose your smile, even though in the end, even the scars you left in me shine like stars only I can see. And I'll come back to you like winter's first light, through the coldest storm, through the longest night. Even if time pulls our worlds apart, I'll follow the echo that lives in my heart. don't let go. Even if I fall, my love will rise and overcome it all. And I'll come back to you like winter's first light, shining through shadows that kept us tight. Even if heaven rewrites our lines, I'll break through the stars just to make you mine. No matter how far or how many times, I'll come back to you. Like the first winter light. I tried to tell myself 1,000 times that losing you was something I'd survive. But every night I fall into the truth. I never learned how to let go of you. I keep pretending I can walk away, but even breathing hurts the same old way. Your shadow lingers in everything, in every quiet moment I'm unraveling. Letting you go is breaking me, just like a storm I can't control. It's tearing through my soul. How do I love you silently when every part of me is screaming that you're all I need? If this is who I'm meant to be, then letting you go is breaking me. I said goodbye, but the word felt wrong. I borrowed a line from someone strong. My hands were shaking when I turned away. The kind of pain that never fades. I gave you all the pieces of my heart, but loving you kept pulling me apart. Still I held on, afraid to see what life would mean without you next to me. Letting you go is breaking me, like every tear I never cried is drowning me tonight. Tell me how love can set me free when letting you move on is what destroys the rest of me. If this is how it has to be, then letting you go is breaking me. Breaking me. Every breath, every memory. Breaking me. But I still love you endlessly. If losing you is what love became, then I'll carry the hurt, I'll carry the flame. Letting you go is breaking, but holding you on was killing me. So this is where our love must be. Letting you go is breaking me. thinking that pain was a part of love. Every tear saved inside my hands fell through the cracks I couldn't understand. I whispered promises into the dark, hoping you'd hear the sound of my heart. But love that shakes you like a winter storm can never keep you safe or warm. Love that hurt was never love, just a shadow we mistook for something above. Oh, we tried so hard to call it fate, but fate doesn't leave you drowning this way. If letting go is all that's left of us, then love that hurt was never love. I try to breathe in the spaces you left, holding the ghosts of the words unsaid. Maybe you broke, so I learned to bend. Maybe some stories aren't meant to mend. And I search for meaning in all we lost, tracing the wounds to remember the cost. But hearts that bleed just to stay alive aren't made for love, they're made to survive. Love that hurt was never love, just a shadow we mistook for something above. We tried so hard to call it fate, but fate doesn't leave you drowning this way. If letting go is all that's left of us, then that hurt was never love. And someday when the silence turns clear, I'll thank the pain for bringing me here, to learn that love is gentle and kind, not the weight that nearly crushed my mind. Love that hurt was never love. Now I finally rise above. If goodbye is the truth we're dreaming of, then love that hurt was never love. Rain keeps falling on my window pane, just like the thoughts of you that stay. No matter how I dry my days, you seep into me anyway. I've been running from your memory, but every road turns slippery. You're the storm I didn't choose, the one my heart still walks into. A monsoon in my heart again, pouring everything we've been. Every tear I try to hide comes back heavier tonight. A monsoon I can't outrun, dark as when we came undone. Even if the skies thought the seasons would release the weight you left inside of me. But time keeps spinning in the rain while I relive you once again. You were gentle like the early drops, then you crashed in ways I couldn't stop. Now I stand beneath the afterglow of loving you too much to let go. A monsoon in my heart again, pouring everything we've been. Every tear I try to hide comes back heavier tonight. A monsoon I can't outrun. Dark is when we came undone. Even if the skies turn blue, I keep raining over you. If someday the clouds will part and sunlight reaches through my heart, I hope it shows the better truth that I once loved deeply with you. But tonight the storm remains, filling all the empty space. And though I know you won't return, you fall in me like endless rain. A monsoon in my heart again, pouring everything we've been. Every tear I try to hide comes back heavier tonight. A monsoon I can't outrun. Dark is when we came undone. Even if the skies turn blue, I keep raining over you. We used to talk till the sun came up. Now every word just feels too loud. Funny how love can fade so slow, till one day we don't feel the same somehow. I see your smile, but it's not for me. And that's okay, I guess we changed. We try to hold the pieces tight, but some things aren't meant to stay. So I'm giving you a sign goodbye. No tears, just a soft little sigh. We were magic for a moment in time, but moments don't always survive. I'm not letting go, but keeping the light. Thank you for being a part of my life. Our memories hit like a gentle beat, playing in loops inside my mind. I'm not broken, just a little blue, still learning how to redraw the lines. Maybe someday we'll forget how we tried to make it right. But for now, take a step away and wish you love in every line. So here's to every late night call, to every dream we couldn't find. to linger softly on my quiet days. I walk the silence, trying not to hear the fading echoes of when you were near. I breathe you out, but still you stay. A gentle lake that will not drift away. This heart of mine says I must forget, but it remembers every moment we met. I try to let go like the world moves on, yet memories bloom where they don't belong. If forgetting means losing what's left of you, what am I supposed to do? I thought the time would wash the truth aside, but all it did was teach me how to hide. I smile as if the weight has gone, but even healing feels so wrong. Maybe forgetting isn't what I need. Maybe I'm meant to keep you silently, like folded letters I can't throw away. I hold the words you never meant to say. This heart of mine says I must forget, but it remembers every moment we met. I try to let go like the world moves on, yet memories bloom where they don't belong. If forgetting means losing what's left of you, what am I supposed to do? And though I know you're someone I outgrew, a part of me still aches for you. Maybe someday this ache will rest, but tonight forgetting you feels like forgetting the best. I told myself I'd be fine without you. Said it out loud like it might come true. But every night I replay what went wrong. All the quiet moments we dragged too long. You always hid behind half a smile. I kept pretending I didn't mind. We treated love like it might explode, tiptoeing around the things we never showed. Maybe that's the reason we fell apart, too scared to open up our hearts. We were close but never close enough to call it love without calling our bluff. You held back and I did too. Guess that's why I'm still confused about the reason we fell apart. You said I loved you in complicated ways. said you vanished on the hardest days. We never fought, but we bled inside, smiling through everything we tried to hide. Sometimes I wonder if you ever cried, or if walking away made you feel light. I keep your name where I keep regret, a memory warm, a wound I forget. Maybe that's the reason we fell apart, too scared to open up our hearts. We were close but never close enough to call it love without calling our bluff. You held back and I did too. Guess that's why I'm still confused about the reason we fell apart. If we had stayed a little longer, would our truth have sounded stronger? Or would we just have broken more, trying to be what we weren't before? Maybe that's the reason we fell apart, two tired souls in the same dark. Even now I wonder where you are, if you found a place to heal your scars. We loved softly, then drifted far. Maybe that's just who we are, and the reason we fell apart. She was the one who stood behind the crowd, loving you softly without a sound, never asking you to turn around, just hoping someday you'd somehow know. She learned your laughter better than her own, held every sorrow you wouldn't show. And though her heart was breaking slow, she stayed where your shadow chose to go. She's a woman who loved you quietly, too afraid to say what you meant to her truly. And even if you never felt the same, she carried your name like a gentle flame. If love is something we keep secretly, she was the woman who loved you quietly. Watch you chase the world beyond her reach, hiding her tears where you couldn't see. Every step you took felt bittersweet. I wish she whispered only in dreams. She told herself that letting go is kind, that loving you shouldn't make her lose her mind. But every night, just before she sleeps, your memory pulls her in too deep. She's a woman who loved you quietly, too afraid to say what you meant to her truly. And even if you never felt the same, she carried your name like a gentle flame. If love is something we keep secretly, She's the woman who loved you quietly. And if someday you look back and find a missing piece you left behind, know that she was there through every storm, loving you more than her heart could hold. She's a woman who loved you quietly, holding on with silent loyalty. Even if her love must fade someday, she'll remember you in the softest way. Love is something I can never name, sweet as rain, but sharp as flame. It lifts you high with gentle hands, then leaves you where you cannot stand. I try to hold it like a truth, but love keeps slipping through its youth. One moment warm, the next is gone, a mystery I can't define. Is this what love really is? Breaking me with every kiss, pulling close then drifting far, leaving shadows where we are. Is this what love really means? Beautiful but never clean, something I can't ever keep, but still I fall so endlessly. Love is laughter wrapped in tears, a whispered hope tied to my fears. It makes you dream of sweeter days, then quietly takes them away. I try to read its hidden lines, but love won't speak in simple signs. It's gentle, cruel, and undefined, a maze without a finish line. Is this what love really is? Breaking me with every kiss, pulling close then drifting far, leaving shadows where we are. Is this what love really means? Beautiful but never clean, something I can't ever keep, but still I fall so endlessly. And though I know the price it asks, I give my heart a never last, 'cause loving you was worth the pain, even if it ends again. If this is what love truly is, I'll still choose you in the abyss, even when it tears me down. You're the sweetest hurt I found. The rain begins the same way I tell myself I'm past what we were, but memories breathe when the skies are blurred. Your name returns with every drop that falls, echoing softly against my walls. I try to run, but I feel you near, a voice to reach for but never hear. When it rains, my heart remembers you. All the love we lost, all the things we couldn't do. Every storm rewinds the truth I hide, pulling me back to the night. You said goodbye, even now though I pretend I'm over you. When it rains, my heart remembers you. I walk the streets we shared so long ago. The city lights blur in the afterglow. I thought I healed, thought I moved on too, but rain has a way of undoing the new. If I could choose to forget your name, I'd still hold on to the sweetest pain. Some loves remain even when they fade, a quiet shadow that never strays. When it rains, my heart remembers you. All the love we lost, all the things we couldn't do. Every storm rewinds the truth I hide, pulling me back to the night. You said goodbye, even now though I pretend I'm over you. When it rains, my heart remembers you. And if someday our paths should meet again, I hope you shine brighter than you did back then. I'll smile for you, even if it breaks, because loving you taught my heart what it takes. When it rains, my heart remembers you. The lies you gave me, the hurt I grew into. If time erases everything we knew, rain will still find a way to lead me back to you. So no matter how far my life moves through, when it rains, my heart remembers you. When it rains, my heart remembers you.
I try to hide the way my heart would race whenever you came close to my place. My friends all laughed and said it's nothing new, but they don't know how deeply I fell for you.
I wrote your name in corners of my mind, hoping someday our stars would align. Every little word you say to me felt like a dream I wasn't meant to keep.
'Cause I'm just a fool for loving you, too shy to say the things I wanted to.
I kept my heart inside, afraid you'd see how every beat was begging quietly.
Maybe you never felt it too, but I'll remain
a fool for loving you.
I walk behind you just a step or two, afraid of catching feelings you withdrew. You smiled at me and suddenly I knew I wait a lifetime just to stand by you.
And even now I wonder where you are, if you still shine beneath the same old stars. I tell myself how long since moved on, but some first loves never truly dawn. 'Cause I'm just a fool for loving you,
Too shy to say the things I wanted to.
I kept my heart inside, afraid you'd see how every beat was begging quietly.
Even if you never
Felt it too.
I'll always be
A fool for loving you.
maybe in another life I'd have been brave enough to try, but in this one
All I could do was silently, hopelessly love you.